Frequent visitors to Presque Isle State Park easily recognize that big metal tower at the Waterworks recreation area. It's shaped like a lighthouse. But that tower received a much-needed facelift 4 years ago, and soon the landmark will be getting even more improvements. Our John Last has all the details in this edition of The Last Word.
This isn't the real lighthouse. It never was, but it's just as famous as the two legitimate lighthouses here at Presque Isle State Park. It's affectionately called the Waterworks Lighthouse, but its official name is the Waterworks Steel Intake Tower. The structure is located at the Waterworks recreation area of the park. When you think of landmarks at the peninsula, this tower definitely comes to mind.
You can be pretty much all across the bay here and see the intake tower. There's only a few spots to the head of the bay where you can't really see it. You see it as soon as you drive into the Waterworks area. It's really recognizable there.
There's plans to make the Waterworks Lighthouse even more recognizable. LED lights will illuminate the tower in the spring of next year, thanks to matching funds made available by the Gaming Revenue Authority.
So if you look at the structure from across the bay, it sticks out like a sore thumb. So once we put some LED lights on it, it's only just going to pop in the evening time. And that's the goal, to be able to see this thing shining bright from across the bay, and especially from the roadway here at Presque Isle.
It's hard to believe the tower was a rusty, neglected eyesore just 5 years ago. That's when Erie natives Dan and Sally Shipley took a water taxi to Presque Isle and saw the tower's condition. They pledged $50,000 from their charitable foundation to restore the structure. The tower was owned at the time by Erie Waterworks.
Mr. Shipley said, we need to do something about this. And it was clear he had a lot of pride in this area and wanted to do something.
The renovated lighthouse replica was moved to a prominent spot on land in front of the Waterworks dock. It is now owned by the Presque Isle Partnership, whose members want to highlight the tower's history. The tower was installed in 1906 to house a steel chain and gears to lift a large lid to gain access to the municipal water intake pipe. Talk about history. The Waterworks area was the first piece of land acquired from the federal government at Presque Isle, not for recreation, but to expand the intake pipe from the bay to the lake to provide water for the city of Erie.
To be able to install important assets of the water system that are, for the most part, still in use today.
With the last word at Presque Isle State Park, John Last, Erie News Now.
I was hoping he would get up there. The Presque Isle Partnership also plans to install an information panel to explain the history of the tower and its restoration. And there's also plans to place a new sidewalk surrounding the structure.